Well, hey there, happy day 914 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here at your service, documenting the journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. Still do some real physical things, but for the most part have gone virtual, digital, online, remotely, whatever you want to use it, whatever word you use to describe it. Done that in my personal life and in my businesses, and it turns out it was a really good move given COVID-19, where everybody's having to pivot and change and alter the way we do business. There is no more business as usual because everything, the entire world has shifted to how we are now. We're not post-pandemic yet, but we're still in the pandemic, and everything is changing and will continue to change as we transition and go through the pandemic. So today, core, I called this one core because I'm thinking about core values. It's part of the Get Up and Go Challenge, which is launching again on Saturday, August 1st. We're going to do a 30-day challenge from August 1st to August 31st. I did one in April, the whole month of April, we did a 30-day challenge. The first, I guess it was the second Get Up and Go Challenge. I did a small one, then I did a 30-day one, then I was challenged to do a 40-day one, so we did actually 48 days, and that ended in the middle of a couple weeks into July, and then this has been the transition period into the August challenge. Welcome to join us August 1st, Saturday. I know it's a Saturday, 11 a.m. Get Up and Go Challenge page on Facebook, and we'll be doing a 30-day challenge, which guarantees that anybody that does the challenge will be better off on August 31st than they are on August 1st. I can absolutely, positively, 100% guarantee that. And they'll be better off in their mind, not in my mind, because I can't judge. I'm not able to judge at all. I don't know where they are now and where they want to be, but I guarantee they will be closer to where they want to be by doing the challenge than if they don't do the challenge. So, Get Up and Go Challenge. Today was all about core values. What do you have at your core? What is the driving force in your life, or what are the driving forces in your life? You know, and it's different for each of us, and it's our beliefs and what we do and our actions change over time, but at the core of who we really are, those things tend to be the same. For example, and I didn't share this, but I just thought of it now, I have a core value of several, but at my core, and really important to me, is that I'm not average or normal. I've always pushed against, and fortunately for me, I'm not. I'm weird as heck. And so I'm not like everybody else, and I'm not normal. And all of us want to be accepted for who we are. We just want to be loved and accepted for who we are and what makes us tick and what makes us feel good. And there is no normal or average, because we're all different. We're all unique and special. And it's when we squash down who we really are to be like everybody else that we get into trouble, and that we get unhappy, and that we form bad habits, and we do all these crazy things. So at the core of me is being myself, being who I'm meant to be, being who I really am, being a continually improving version of myself, always growing, always learning, always figuring stuff out to be better and to have better experiences here on planet Earth. Making the world a better place is really important to me and a core value of mine. I want to make sure that the things that I do and the impact that I have is positive overall. Now, doesn't mean I do stupid things and make mistakes and hurt people's feelings, including my own sometimes, or do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing. Absolutely, that's part of the learning process. But overall, I want to leave people better than I found them. I want to make the world a better place. Being kind, following the golden rule, treating other people the way I want to be treated. Things like that are my core values. Of course, love is my ultimate core, and the people that I unconditionally love. Freedom, the people I love, things like that are my core values. So we were talking about core values as the pre-work to the next challenge. Bolt from the blue was today's idiom for supersize your business, and it's one I'm sure I've seen it in a movie or something, you know, the blue sky, lightning comes from the sky, and then there's this big unexpected surprise. But I don't think that I've ever on purpose said, hey, that was a bolt from the blue. And usually it just means an unexpected, sudden, and strange thing that happens. So COVID-19, anybody? I think all of us can admit that COVID-19 has been and not just the pandemic, but the ramifications and the actions and the things that have happened as a result of this pandemic have been a bolt from the blue for many of us. Many people have lost their jobs. Many people's businesses have been shut down. Many people whose businesses have not been shut down have had to change and morph and pivot extremely quickly to respond to the changing demands and needs of the world in order to exist and live and continue to function during this strange and freakish crisis. Now, if nothing else, I'm hoping that it has taught all of us a huge lesson in terms of flexibility, how to respond in a positive way, how to be flexible, how to go with the flow, how to figure things out and problem solve and focus on the solutions, not on the problems, how to be solution focused, not blame or excuse focused, how to use our time more wisely, how to set our priorities and live along the lines of our personal priorities, things like that. I think that we'll see in years to come the shakeout and the shake up of all of this. And guess what? For some people it will appear and feel negative. For others it will be the best thing that ever happened to them. It is. There's certain businesses that are thriving that were on the verge of extinction. And there's other businesses that were thriving and are now on the verge of extinction. Because that's the nature of the world. COVID has just sped up that process for some businesses. Fun challenge today, doing a 365-day, do one thing every day that's fun challenge. And today was about seeing versus observing. All of us are observers. By nature, all of us are seers by nature. By nature, we can all see, except some of us that have visual challenges, but I still can see a little. But we all see things based and filtered through our own experiences and perception, right? 50 people can observe the same accident, and you'll have 50 different versions of what actually happened and is factual to the observer, right? The person that saw it, well, I was there, I saw it, this is what happened. Another person will say, well, I was there, I saw it, this is what happened. Guess what? They're standing in different places, so they have different perspectives. In addition to having different perspectives, they have different experiences in their life that they pick out and they filter, and they see different parts of the same exact experience. It's just human nature. We have our reticular activating system that controls what we even let in, what we even see, what we even have an opportunity to let in. And then observing it is we see it, and observing to me is it takes it a step further and we add meaning to it. So that was our fun challenge today, was go out, observe something. Don't just see it. Don't just watch TV and say, oh, I saw that show. Observe, well, what underlying message or thing did you get from that particular show? And we're going to share a fun thing about what we observed. Because guess what? There's funny things that we observe every day, and we're just like, oh my God, that was hilarious. And we totally forget about it. We pop it away in the back of our memory, and we forget about it until we need that piece of information later on. So that's what I'm working on. I'm actually mapping out and outlining and working on the 30-day challenge. I like to at least get an idea for each day of the topic or what I'm going to talk about and the action item. So when I'm doing a challenge, I usually, and I'm admitting I haven't done it yet. I don't know what's holding me back and keeping me from doing it yet. I think because I want it to be different. I always want it to be different and more and better than what I've done before. So I want it to be different than the last 30-day challenge. I definitely want it to be different than the 40-day challenge. Will there be a couple of elements in this 30-day challenge that were in those? Absolutely, because guess what? They're what I teach. They're my core values. They're the core lessons that I've learned, and I want to make sure other people learn so they don't have to learn them the hard way like I did. I mean, I've got some lessons that took me 50 years to figure out. Do you want to spend, and maybe a lot of people are smarter than me, it doesn't take them 50 years to figure it out, unless, of course, that's one of the lessons they're here to learn. And obviously, the ones that took me 50 years were the ones that I'm here on the planet to learn. And so, thank God I did learn them at 50, but guess what? There's still other things I need to learn, and other areas that I need to grow and be better in, just like everybody else on the planet. There's no one on this planet that gets out of life with everything done. There is no one on this planet that dies without wishing they had done more, said more, loved more, been more, created more, been braver, whatever. Nobody does. We just don't. So that's it. That's what I'm working on. I got a lot of blank pages here. This is my This is my 30-day challenge list so far of the topics. I don't have a single one written yet, although we have done 10 days or 12 days. We'll have done 12 days of content. We did 11, and I do have secret revealed. I actually do have day 12's topic all ready to go. I brainstorm those. I do the same thing. I love brainstorming. Well, this was a 40-day. Okay, so this was the 40-day challenge one. This is what I do. This is my process. I just brainstorm out what we're going to talk about and what we're going to do, and then I look at it in the morning, and then we do the challenge and we talk about it. But I like to have, if I'm doing a longer challenge especially, I like to have at least a brainstorm list, and I'll let you know another little secret. There's a lot of times I do the brainstorm list, and then as we're going through the challenge, I totally blow it up and I change what we're doing, what we're talking about, and the order that we're talking about it in. I think every longer challenge I've ever done, I've done that with. I map out an idea, and then it changes on the fly based on the people that are going through the challenge and based on what I'm personally learning going through the challenge. Because unlike other people that just do challenges to market you something, I actually do the challenge right along with you. I share it, I give an assignment, and then I do it. I did a 90-day challenge at the end of, was that the end of the last year? I did a 90-day influencer challenge, how to be an influencer, which is really funny. But I did it with a really good influencer, the sexy boss, Heather Ann Havenwood. We did it together. We did a, because we wanted to help teach people how to do live video. We did a YouTube challenge, 90-day challenge, and what I would do is I would deliver the lesson and then the action item for the day, and then I would do the actual assignment, and I would share my assignment for that 90 days, which was super duper scary, but I did it because I wanted to prove that I do these right along with you. I do the challenge right along with the people whenever I'm doing a challenge, whether it's a 365-day challenge or a 90-day challenge or usually a 5-day challenges. I still do them. I still do them. I'm like, I don't want to ask anybody to do anything I'm not willing to do myself. So even the short challenges I do. And I love to do other people's challenges too. It's fun. Until it gets to the point where they're pitching me something, and then that's not why I did the challenge. I did the challenge because of a certain skill or information that I wanted to learn and achieve. I always get that, but I don't always buy people's products or services, especially if it's something I already know how to do. I'm just looking for the nuances to get that edge, to do better and better and better and better. All right, if I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, join us for the challenge. Saturday, August 1st, 11 a.m. Central Time on the Get Up and Go challenge page. That's what I'll be working on for the next month, and I'll probably talk about it in here. I usually do the topics that I'm covering, and then if you're interested, you can go listen to the video. I'm committing to keeping them 10 minutes or less, and that I'm going to have to set a timer. I already know I'm going to have a clock or a big timer ticking, or I'll go over. So that's going to be my challenge this tomorrow, is to find a way of timing it so that I don't go over. All right, have an amazing day, and I will, of course, catch you tomorrow. Bye.